Morning, David. I just thought I would share something that I came across in my devotional reading today. So I thought I would share that with you. Reading in John 11:38-44. The reading prior to that, John 11:17-37, and the beginning of that chapter, John 11, is the story of Lazarus being risen from the dead. And the preceding verses 17-37, I mean, the whole chapter is amazing. But I titled it Dying Precedes God's Resurrection Plans. And I wanted to share with you in short that Lazarus wasn't the only one that had to die before he could be risen. Mary and Martha also, had this idea about what Jesus needed to do to restore their dream of a loving family and happiness and all of that. But Jesus confronted Martha and said, I am the resurrection and the life. You don't have to think about things in the future, things in the past. Now, I am the resurrection and the life. And this whole idea that they had to die to their dreams before the resurrection of Lazarus was going to take place. Now, it's this passage where Jesus literally raises Lazarus from the dead that I wanted to share with you, and I entitled this, Removing Grave Clothes Follows Resurrection. And here you see a couple things happening. One, Lazarus is called out by Jesus in a loud voice. And then secondly, when he comes out, Jesus commands them. Jesus said to them, take off the grave clothes and let him go. And the thought that came to me was this notion that we have to work diligently at removing our grave clothes to live the resurrected life, to what Jesus is calling us to. But it often requires the help of others. And just like in Mark chapter 2, the stretcher bearers that brought the paralytic man to Jesus, it required the help of others. I think the community of Christ is so important in our own grave clothes removal process, for lack of a better term. It requires us fixing our eyes on Jesus and removing those hindrances, and often that requires the help of one another. So I just want to encourage you, let's stay faithful in our meeting together. Let's stay faithful in the Word, and I think we can help each other remove the grave clothes that so easily trip us up and keep us from living the resurrected life.